How's to Train Your Dragon Episode 3, and I hope you like exposition, guys, because you're about to have a throat full of it. First off, I want to apologize for complaining about the crab feeder not having any impact on the narrative last episode. I understand, it's just that I was really stoked to see what all the hype was about. But yeah, let's see what happens in Episode 3 now that Corlys has decided to aid Daemon in his treason. Whoa! Ooh, and speaking of the crab feeder, he's back at it again with the exact same montage from last episode, except it's dark now and his victim is much more, vocal.
Blueprint straight off.
Gotta give it to the lad. Not everyone would go out of their way to address their killer with titles and all as they're being tortured to death. Ooh, and here comes Daemon and Caraxes to provide some of that juicy dragon action. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, my friend.
That's just weird. In King's Landing, it seems everyone has survived the king's wedding, and here we see them throwing a lavish birthday party for their little babby boy.
The king's eldest male descendant.
Shut up, Galadriel, we get it. Oh, and it's been another 3 years since the last episode, by the way. Try to keep up.
Your Grace, I bring urgent news from the Stepstones.
And what do we say to the bringer of inconvenient news?
Not today, Tyler.
But as Viserys inquires about Rhaenyra's whereabouts, Tylan insists.
Have you seen Rhaenyra?
With the Triarch here now sheltering in Bloodstone's caves, the threat of the dragons is blunted.
Oh my god, Tylan, don't you have anything better to do than to nag about exciting things happening off-screen?
The Velaryon forces have suffered heavy attrition, Your Grace.
Don't you get it? There's gotta be a reason they skip past all those stupid story developments.
There's no time.
Chill. But more importantly to the story...
Can someone tell me where in the seven hells Rhaenyra might be?
Ah, and there she is. And what in seven hells would the story be if not for her sitting right there under a tree, wearing her dragon trainer clothes, looking fierce as seven hells, listening to the tunes of not Ed Sheeran. And here comes Queen Alicent to fetch her now. I wonder what story developments might come of this.
The king wishes for you to join us.
Then at once, Your Grace.
Oh, okay then. Nice hairnet, by the way, girl. Where did you get that? Okay, but surely this carriage ride is poised to put the fire back into the Song of Ice and Fire, am I right?
You should ride out with me today.
Rather not. Bulls screw like children when they're being slaughtered.
Foreshadowing. Would you look at that? What a majestic camp. Remember the King's Road? And in the King's majestic pavilion, Larys Strong is introduced, serving no purpose to the scene or episode whatsoever.
Larys Strong, the youngest son of our Master of Laws, Lord Lionel.
Good to know, maybe. Then Rhaenyra is pulled in mid-conversation to watch a modern-day pug eat cake and dunk on some old rich lady.
Now have you served the one with late Lady Red Wine, waiting cake?
Back outside, Rhaenyra just can't seem to catch a break as Sir Hugh of the Vale makes an appearance.
Lord Jason Lannister,
Gathered that from all the lions.
the finest honeyed wine you'll ever taste. Made in Lannisport, of course.
Of course.
I don't have a dragon pit, of course, but I'd do anything for my queen. Or lady wife.
Let's see how that sits with the strong, independent female main character.
Thank you for the wine.
Back in the tent, Rhaenyra confronts her dad for setting up the match in the first place.
Is that what I am to you? A prize to proffer about to the great houses?
He wasn't there. There's no way he knows what you're talking about.
You're of age, Rhaenyra.
Okay.
She's arrogant and self-serious.
Well, I thought you might have that in common.
Then, as tension builds up, Viserys and Rhaenyra start shouting awkwardly loudly at each other.
Because I do not wish to get married.
Even I do not exist above tradition and duty, Rhaenyra.
Awkward. But seriously, did you guys learn nothing from episode 2 where you actually sat down and talked it out like adults in private? Almost as if you're going back on that development now for dramatic effect, but what do I know?
You must marry.
Right. So Rhaenyra does the only reasonable thing and teleports out of the tent to kick her horse into a dangerous sprint without warming up the poor animal first.
Yes.
Your local stable boy is not gonna be too happy about that.
Princess, wait!
And hey, good on you, Kristen, for keeping your shirt on. I mean helmet. And after a brisk chase through the Kingswood, Kristen stops Rhaenyra in her tracks right as the road ends and the water would have stopped her anyway. Kingsguard to the rescue!
What happened back there?
So there was this crippled guy, then a pug ate some cake.
My father trying to sell me off to Jason Lannister.
Oh yeah, and that.
You want me to kill him?
Wait, are we talking about the pug, the cripple, or the Lannister? Actually, don't answer that.
It's a beautiful day. We should take in the Kingswood.
Ooh, a ride in the woods with Kristen Cole, you naughty girl. So, first date, and he's already talking about what a boy he used to be.
I had an adventurous youth when my father served at Blackhaven, to be sure.
Nice. Meanwhile, Sherlock Targaryen over here is tracking down Rhaenyra and has come across a steaming hot clue.
How far? The droppings were found half a league to the east.
Still fresh.
I'm just kidding, by the way. That's not Rhaenyra's droppings. They're just hunting. And back in the tent, Viserys still doesn't give two wet shits about Rhaenyra missing all day. Jason gives him a bribe, and Otto gives the advice to finally get some incest going in the so-called Game of Thrones show.
You're not only Rhaenyra's father, you're the king. Prince Aegon. Betroth them.
That's the spirit, Otto.
I came here to hunt, not to be suffocated by all this f***ing politicking.
Okay, then Lionel comes in and provides us with the most Game of Thrones looking shot we've seen all day. Good on you, Lionel.
You flatter me.
Then he too chimes in on who Rhaenyra should marry.
It would seem to me the best match for Rhaenyra is the son of the sea snake, Sir Laenor.
I mean, it's not the incest we're all secretly hoping for, but I guess that makes sense.
Laenor is of pure Valyrian descent. He shares blood with your cousin, the Princess Rhaenys.
I'm listening.
And he is the heir to the wealthiest house in the realm.
Back in the woods, Rhaenyra has gotten Criston out of his armor, but they're interrupted by a faint sound coming from the bushes. Now, what could possibly be so stealthy and full of intent to sneak up on them like that? Is it a dragon? Is it a manticore? No! It's a boar! I should have known. Boars are known to sneak up on people and attack them for no reason, after all. Good thing Criston is there to shove a sword through its face and only miss Rhaenyra by an inch. Kingsguard to the rescue! Oh, but look, who is that lurking in the foliage? Is that the Night King? And, interesting bit of trivia, this boar is actually the ancestor of the very pig that goes on to kill Robert Baratheon. Crazy, right? Go watch that video. Ooh, symbolic shot of Viserys in front of a pyre, symbolizing the country about to be engulfed in a burning conflict over his succession.
Is everything all right, Your Grace?
Oh, my sweet summer child.
The next morning, the king finally hunts down his prize, kind of. But unfortunately, it's not the epic mount they were hoping for. But Viserys is weak and unworthy, even the Iron Throne thinks so. So you're gonna have to try harder than that.
One more time, Your Grace. Put a bit to your left.
Ah, yes, such a great use of 3.5 minutes to further the narrative. And for those of you whose noses haven't been ground to the bone from all that flicking, Rhaenyra does that classic thing where you're presented with the opportunity to kill a majestic animal but choose not to because you're a good person. Very original. That was sarcasm, by the way. And here she comes, the fierce dragon Viking princess role model, strolling into camp with the prize she barely killed with her own hands, proving to all the kids out there that you can have only cake and eat it too if you just make an effort to pout around and act entitled enough. You go, girl! Ooh, and remember Croatia? Yeah, I remember. Back in the Red Keep, Otto comes over to talk some exposition into his daughter and convince her to prop up her son to be named heir to the throne.
Aegon, like his namesake, was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Rhaenyra will be a good queen.
Rhaenyra is a woman.
Okay, stop. Stop! Stop! And for the people in the back who missed the first 11 times this has been said inside 3 episodes' time, no woman has ever sat the Iron Throne.
This is a truly pathetic show.
Very good.
Aegon will be king. You must guide Viserys towards reason.
What's this?
A letter from Vaemon Velaryon.
Sea Snake's brother.
If I now provide Daemon and call his succor, what will that say of their king?
Then, something unexpected happens.
It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And
what do you believe, Viserys?
That I am forever doomed to anger one person in the pleasing of another.
Would you look at that?
Then I pose a simpler question. Is it better for the realm if the crab feeder thrives or is vanquished?
stick around to see what the king chooses. He chose to help.
Hand deliver this to Prince Damon yourself.
At once, Your Grace.
Ah, and then Rhaenyra the Worthy shows up on cue and plops down in the chair of the hand.
Do you not think my decision correct?
It is no consequence to what I think.
Haha, yeah, because you're a girl.
Why must every effort on your behalf be resisted?
Because you mean to replace me with Alicent Hightower's son, the boy you always wanted.
I hope for my father that he gets a son.
You have misjudged me, Rhaenyra. It is true that as rulers we must marry for advantage. You have always understood this.
Mother would have understood this, just as I did.
Rhaenyra, I did waver at one time.
Ooh, and check out this foreshadowing bit of symbolism.
But I swear to you now, you will not be supplanted.
The foreshadowing is on fire this episode. Over in a location that isn't King's Landing, we finally get to see what this war in the Stepstones is all about, with Corlys and his poorly dubbed over kin laying down the plans.
We must press the attack. Continue sending the dragons.
Oh, and remember Laenor from episode 1? Yeah, this is him 3.5 years later.
We've strafed them on Dragonback again and again, but they just retreat within the caves.
And what's with Corlys, Vaemond, and Laenor all having completely different accents?
We are faltering, and the Triarchy knows it.
We must give them one. An offering of flesh to bait the crab.
If you do not seize control of this war, my lord, the crabs will soon dine on all of us.
Anyway.
Dragon returning!
Oh, is that what that is?
Prince Daemon, I bring word from His Grace Viserys Targaryen, first of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm.
Thank you for clarifying which King Viserys we're talking about. Gosh, he's barely got any screen time this episode, but isn't Matt Smith just carrying the show? Anyway, Daemon doesn't like what he reads and goes instead to take matters into his own hands, disregarding the aid sent by his brother. Alright, so time for another action scene without any build-up to speak of. Gee, I wonder if Daemon will make it out alive this time. Well, I guess, seeing as they're running at him only one at a time. Ah, and if you look closely, you'll see that Daemon is wearing the same plot armor we saw Sam wear during the Long Night. Oh wow, big surprise, a dragon shows up. If only they could have seen that coming. Anyway, that's about when the crab feeder says screw it and retreats into his cave. But we can't let him slip away just like that, can we? So let's tag along with Daemon, who's recovered from the arrows in the knee and chest, and see what evil monologues Prince Drahar might come up with as they prepare for an epic showdown. Alright, 3 episodes of hinting and cinematography. Let's finally see what this guy is all about. Oh. Lovely. That really paid off, didn't it? Alright, well, somebody better get grayscale after this. And that's it. Wait, no dragon screeching? There we go. Cool! I hope you enjoyed this video, and regardless of which, let me know what you thought of the episode. I do read the comments and love to discuss with you guys, so hit me up. Watching my videos already supports me in what I do, and for those who want to take it to the next level, liking, subscribing, and commenting walls of text helps the channel out a lot. And as always, thank you for watching.